Hello, folks. This is Steve AB4L. It's Friday the 13th of December, 2024. Friday the 13th. What can we talk about? It's a lucky day for some people. Well, it was yesterday. Now, nothing in this episode is a promotion, nor is it a recommendation. As far as I know, everything in this is public knowledge. No, we're not going to do /dot. So I saw something, and I decided to do a search on Biden pardons. Washington Post. Biden commutes nearly 1,500 sentences in largest single-day grant of clemency. AP News. Biden commutes roughly 1,500 sentences. See, that's different than, and pardons 39 people. So I clicked on who did President Biden pardon. See the full list of names released Thursday. I've got something bothering my sinus. See the full list of names released Thursday. This is the pardons. Who are the 39 people Biden pardoned? Here are the 39 people who received pardons with names, ages, locations provided in a White House press release. So I decided to see if my name was on the list. It's in alphabetical order. I don't see my name. So, I got a traffic ticket about 10 years ago on my way down to the coast. I didn't notice the speed limit change after this intersection where there was I'm off the topic. No, I'm not one of the people pardoned. So what you do is you pick a name that sounds kind of unique. I'm just picking it. Here's one in Connecticut. I've been through Norwalk, Connecticut. Oh, it was on the TV. Fox 6, Fox 61. She was convicted of a nonviolent drug offense nearly 20 years ago. No picture. All right. Let's pick something down south. Here's one in Texas. Looks like it's a unique name. See, you pick on unique names. You don't want Joe Smith. It's not going to give you anything. CBS News. Dallas News. 11 hours ago. So they're showing Biden. So they didn't run out and get have an interview him on TV. There's Biden again. Oh, there she is. Oh, no, wait a minute. Oh, that was a U.S. representative who was praising the pardon of this woman in Arlington, Texas, for a nonviolent conviction as a teenager. Okay, but she's now 49, so it was something that happened a long time ago. But that's not a picture. That's a U.S. representative, sits in Congress, helps make important decisions. But then it said a White House issued it. Well, there's the White House. whitehouse.gov/briefing-room/statements-release 2024-12-12 clemency recipient list. Now, this is not pardons. This is clemency. Today, President Joseph R. Biden Jr. is granting clemency consisting of 39 pardons and 1,499 commutations. I don't know what a commutation is. What does incommutation mean? What's an example of a commutation? What does it mean if someone is given a commutation? Form of clemency that reduces the punishment for a crime. So they might be in jail and they say, we'll let you out. That would reduce it. It usually takes the form of a reduced commuted prison term. I had read this. It can also reduce court-ordered fines. All right. A commutated sentence replaces the original court-ordered sentence. All right. So these are the pardons. There's more detail. This guy is a 49-year-old man who pleaded guilty to a nonviolent drug-related offense at age 21. Okay. He served in the U.S. Army, U.S. Air Force, multiple awards for his work, took night classes, earned a bachelor's degree while working for people who went right on the path. Just basically wipe that off their record is what they're doing. Just in case there might be an impediment to getting, I don't know, a mortgage or something. Remember, I'm an idiot running my mouth. Yeah, this one here in Wyoming, she was 19 years old, now she's 46, does charity work, fire safety, trustworthy, dependable. But then we get to the interesting part. This part. This is the clemency. What's the matter with the browser? Can't they fix these things so they work right? President Joseph R. Biden Jr. is commuting the sentences of the following 1,490. So these must be people who are currently serving out some kind of penalty, in contrast to the ones above, where they did it when they were a teenager and now they're midlife or later. Remember, I'm an idiot running my mouth, trying to figure it out. Now, there's something here called registry number. Here, let's use this one. It looks unique. It looks Arabic. Google search. We want to pick something unique. United States versus this person. September 18th, 2023. So it's recent. So this person is challenging something to vacate and challenges the validity of his conviction for one count of conspiring to possess with intent to distribute a mixture or substance containing a detectable amount of XLR11. I have no idea what that is. One count of distributing a mixture or substance containing detectable. So what is that, a drug? In addition to other claims, he says alleges both the trial counsel rendered ineffective assistance by not informing him that the United States had offered a plea agreement and he would have accepted the plea agreement. What is this? I haven't looked at this. XLR-11. I see what the structure is. It's a heterocyclic compound. It's a ketone. It's got fluorine in it. I used to be a chem lab technician synthesizing new organic molecules under the supervision of a senior chemist a long time ago. This is a drug that acts as a potent agonist. Agonist? Another word I don't know. An agonist is a chemical that activates a receptor to produce a biological response. Receptors are cellular. I know about that. Okay, I got it. So it targets a specific receptor in your body's metabolitic biochemistry. So what does it do? It's a potent agonist of the cannabinoid receptors. Cannabinoid receptors? Located throughout the part of the endocannabinoid system of vertebrates, a class of cell membrane receptors in the G protein coupled receptor superfamily. But what do they do? Contains 7 transmembrane spanning domains. I can see 7 there. He was a drug dealer. Or so they claim. Never heard of that. But then I'm an asshole. Let's pick another one. I noticed in going down this list that there's an awful lot of Spanish names in here. It's like about half of them. Let's try this one. That's what I mean by a Spanish kind of name. Let's see if Google search knows. Case text co-consul United States versus this person. Pardon me. July 6, 2022. Oh! See, Google search is right up to date because the next item is United States Department of Justice, Office of Public Affairs, clemency recipient list. Okay, it is the same person. Defendant move on his name. File a motion to vacate, set aside, or correct sentence pursuant to some statute before the court of the United States of the government. Motion dismiss. Government moves to dismiss the motion as untimely and substantively meritless. So he had some kind of connection where he could get to the president and get it that way. Now, movement means the person, the supposed guy, was arrested on October 20th, 2017 at the United States Border Patrol checkpoint. So these are smugglers. I keyed in on the Spanish names. Border Patrol checkpoint in Texas after 36 bundles of cocaine. I don't know where they came from. Somebody put them in my pants. Was discovered in the tractor trailer he was driving. Oh, I thought I was bringing stuff made in Mexico to sell in the United States. I didn't know there was cartel stuff in there. Or would that be cartel? He initially informed the Border Patrol that he was an American citizen born in Texas. However, after Border Patrol discussed the fact that he was previously deported from the United States, he stated that he was a Mexican citizen and had no proof of, so he's a liar, 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 liar. He pled guilty, sentenced 126 months, 5 years supervised. You get the idea, right? So they've just reduced it because he's really not a bad boy. For bringing cocaine into the country? Wait a minute. Who is he bringing it to? Did Biden's son have anything to do with cocaine? Hunter Biden found guilty on all counts. Oh, that's for purchase of a Colt revolver. Hunter Biden used crack every 20 minutes or so, court hears. Well, crack's not cocaine, is it? Hunter Biden has been found guilty of illegal possession of a gun and lying about his drug use when it was bought. BBC. Okay, I thought there was a connection there. Let's find another name. Just one more. By the way, I looked on here to see if my name was on here. You know that traffic. Should I try to pick on a name that doesn't sound Hispanic? It's hard. So many of them are like Walter Mohammed? We'll skip that one. I'm trying to find a unique one. There's so many Spanish ones here. Oh, here's a good one. Uchechi Oa Ohanaka. Japanese, maybe? What do you, I think that's unique enough for government info. United States Department of Justice, March 14, 2019. I'm just picking them off the list. What kind of people is he doing this for? Biden. What kind of people is he doing this for? Do they give a reason why he was granting it to the particular person? No. They just named them. So how does it happen? Somebody impressive who knows the president says, please, my friend here is Savannah, Georgia, a man who has made his career committing felony fraud will spend more than... This is the Justice Department of the United States government. They wrote this Thursday, March 14th, 2019. I didn't write it. This is the United States government. A man who has made a career of committing felony fraud will spend more than 12 years in federal prison for his role in attempting to defraud victims of $2 million. So this guy, otherwise known as Mike, age 44, Houston, Texas, got the sentence. After his release from the zone, he will then serve 5 years of supervised release. There's no parole in the federal system. He's a naturalized citizen. He's a naturalized citizen based on previous court proceedings. This guy, a naturalized citizen, has engaged in decades of fraud since immigrating to the United States. Oh, from Nigeria. Is Nigeria known for fraud? Nigerian internet gangs. World police in technological arms race with Nigerian mafia. Interpol called the operation, this is August 27, 2024, Black Axe, Nigeria's most notorious transnational. Black Axe violent organized criminal network undermines economic development and political reform while scamming victims abroad out of money. 300 arrests made in crackdown on West African cyber fraud. The takedown of the Nigeria-based international cyber gang, including millions in seized assets and hundreds of blocked bank accounts. I used to work with a guy who was a terrific C programmer at that internationally known, internationally operating IT company. He was from Nigeria. I've known an American who did international agricultural work there for a few years. I knew another couple when I worked in Mexico. She was German, he was Icelandic, and they were in Nigeria doing international agricultural genetic stuff for 5 years. So this guy from Nigeria, a naturalized citizen, engaged in decades of fraud since immigrating to the United States from Nigeria. He had 2 prior federal felony fraud-related convictions. So what are they letting this guy out for? He's going to do it again. Oh, no, he must have changed. Prison change. See, they were going to get into people's bank accounts. The Secret Service arrested him in December 2017 after he provided fake identification and account information to an individual so that individual could use it to withdraw $200,000 from a victim's bank account. So he had gangs doing it, walking into the bank to get caught. 1.7 million in fraud. To the victims of fraud, there's a little difference between a mugging on the street. This is written by the Justice Department, not me. I'm reading what the Justice Department has online. So how has he changed? He's in jail. Who's vouching for him? It doesn't say. I want to find another one. So I got a couple of Mexicans. I got an African. I thought he was Japanese. Shows you what I know. Here's another one. I'll bet he's Nigerian. Dallas man sentenced to more. This is United States Justice.gov. This is the United States government online document. FBI.gov. Wait a minute. October 28th, 2013. Okay, this is the sentencing to 17 years and 6 months in federal prison in order to pay. This is in 2014. So he's sentenced to more than 17 years. So 14 plus 17. Yeah, he's still in jail. In order to pay nearly $16 million in restitution to stolen. Yeah, he's another Nigerian. I bet he's a Nigerian. Wire fraud, mail fraud. Last month, his co-defendant, he's got the same kind of name. These guys sound like they're talking about almost $10 million. Oh, last year, Ebenezer Legbidion, 42, of Lagos, Nigeria, was sentenced to 40 months in order. Yeah, see, you're talking about the Sicilian mafia. These guys are. So it is Nigerian. Let me find one more that's not one of these guys. Oh, let's get an Indian. Let's get an Indian. Let's get a Gujarati. Now, amongst the Gujarat in India is the northwesternmost state. There's also a Gujarat, other half, in Pakistan. That's where the border with the British. Patel is like Smith or Jones. Have I recently had direct face-to-face contact with somebody, a really nice person named Patel? Yes. 4 miles that way, in Ramsur. Babu Bhai Patel. Sounds, now you gotta watch out, because Patel is like there's a million of them. But Babu Bhai might be unique enough. Can you tell that this guy is a Hindu? Now this is an obituary. That's why they put it has to do with what his caste is. This is an obituary. This is an obituary. Look, I learned. So Babu Bhai, as a personal name, is actually fairly common amongst people family named Patel. Now here, it's his middle name, and he's a doctor in a hospital. I don't think that's the one we're talking about. That's an obituary. This is an obituary. Oh, wait a minute. This one, Chakra Foundation, that's probably back in India. Umesh I had a roommate in college. My first roommate in college was named Umesh. But this guy is Umesh Bhai, which is a derivative. Babu Bhai Patel is an Indian politician. He won the Lok Sabha elections in 2024 So there's a guy, he's got that name, but he's in India. Facebook, people named Babuhai Patel. There's a lot of them. Now, why am I doing this? Because we're going to find out if we can find the guy who was pardoned. I haven't done, this is random, folks. But look at this. Justia Law. This is probably the guy. And the plaintiffs are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I can tell you by their names, they're Indians or Pakistanis. In these consolidated cases, 5 defendants pursued direct appeals after they were convicted by a jury and sentenced for their roles in conspiracies to commit health care fraud and to distribute prescription drugs in Detroit over a period of 5 years. The leaders of these conspiracies, the leader of these conspiracies, Babuhai Patel, was a registered pharmacist, so he could be one of those pictures, and businessman who owned and controlled at least 20 pharmacies in. All right. The Patels are well known. The Patels from Gujarat, people named Patel, are well known to be small businessmen. Let me demonstrate. Now, Patel is an extremely common Gujarat name. Patel brothers. Now, look what I just did. All I put there was Patel brothers, and it says Cary, North Carolina. And then it says Patel Brothers, Greensboro, One-Way Groceries. And then it says Patel Brothers, Charlotte. And then it says Patel Brothers, Chicago. And they're talking about Diwali. That's a religious holiday. Very colorful. But let's go to the Patel Brothers in Cary. Have I ever been in their business? Yes. Patel Brothers, right there. Now, up here at this intersection, you're coming from Raleigh, going west, headed to Cary. Then you turn down Maynard Road, and today, this is where the Patel Brothers are. But in 1987, they were in a little wooden shack, kind of, here. These buildings weren't there. And they were selling groceries, fresh produce. That's how my grandfather from Italy got started in my hometown, in the basement of a building shop on Main Street, selling, like the Patel brothers, fresh produce. And I can't say that he did as well as the Patel brothers, but he did okay. These guys are well known, at least in Cary, North Carolina. And I have no idea if that's got anything to do with the other ones they were listing. But these are not related to them, even though their name is Patel. Because there's a million of them named Patel. Everything I'm reading is available online. These are the people. Now, see, what they're not explaining is what was the reason that President Biden chose to commute their sentences. I mean, these are highly people who really obviously turned around, according to them. But what about those other 2,000 people? They're in jail. Why is their sentences? Why is it because the jails are crowded? If you're a Nigerian fraud gangster, who's coming and advocating for you? I don't know. I wish somebody would tell me. If you know, put it in the comments. All I'm doing is showing you what is publicly published. Steve A. before you, just an idiot running his mouth, saying see you in 73. On this Friday the 13th, see you in 73.